What's going on, guys? Zuko back with another Shadowlands video. How are you all doing? It's good to see your lovely faces. I see your face. I see it. Grab your coffee. Sit back and relax. We're going to have another video for our Marksman Hunter. And, man, I've had some great conversations with you guys in the comments down below about the Marksman Hunter stuff. You know, it's actually just been... It's just been really good. I did one video obviously there, and I had a couple comments from you guys about, you know, the Venthyr Covenant, and then I had Peter talked about, said he's a 3K IO hunter, marksman hunter, and talked a lot about a bunch of different things, conduits and legendaries, and why stuff's good and why stuff's bad. And I thought it was great. I really enjoyed actually that comment. I think that that's the kind of stuff that I'm looking for, that I hope that we can all sort of do. So I'm going to comment for a second on the comment. Little play on words there. I'm going to talk about that just for a second because I think it's important to know what I did with my build. I actually ran and did a dungeon as Kyrian on my hunter and just didn't enjoy it as much. And like, here's what I want to say. I do think that like Kyrian and Night Fae are probably just the best covenants, but I think actually Peter had a good note here in his comment that he says, best covenant, Kyrian for Fortified Weak, Night Fae for Tyrannical and Raid. Venthyr comes a very close second for single target. And then he has a couple more things to say there. But here's what I want to say. Here's what I think is an interesting idea that we don't talk about a lot in World of Warcraft because people are just obsessed with picking like whatever is best. And I think Peter does a really good job here of like getting in the middle of being like, hey, there's actually a lot of good options. These ones over here are probably the best. But these other ones over here are actually also quite good. And they're not that far behind. And this idea of like picking the absolute best build on every single character that you run, that you have to pick this talent and that talent, and you have to pick these conduits and you have to pick this covenant, that obviously like bothers me to like my core. And I think that like, I think it actually ruins the game when you have just one like meta for the entire season or whatever content you're doing, whatever expansion it is. This is what you must pick here. This is what you must pick here. Some people love that. Some people love being told how to play their character and then they just get to go do it and do big numbers. I hate that. Like, I really always want to be in a position where I can pick and choose based on how I like to play a character. And that's really the most important part. So, for example, I really like Venthyr. I love the playstyle of Venthyr because every single pack I have something to do with my Covenant ability, and it's basically just a fire and forget. There isn't a ton of like skill expression with this Covenant ability, and it allows me to focus on all the other stuff. So, sure, maybe I'm just dumb, but I genuinely just enjoy the playstyle of throwing off a flayed shot and then getting those procs on kill shot and having it do bleed damage. I really enjoy that. I don't really enjoy having to put a circle on the ground and then fitting in all my DPS into this window, making sure that I've set it up perfectly ahead of time so that I can maximize the DPS while it's in there. It's just not my favorite way to play the game. I think it's probably better. It probably does more damage at the end of the day, although it hasn't done that more damage for me. And let me talk about that in a second. It's probably just better to go Kyrian or Night Fae for the damage. But I don't want to do that. I don't like the playstyle. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I think what happens to a lot of players is they get forced into playing a particular playstyle because it's the best. And they don't like that playstyle, but they have to do it because it's the best. And they actually perform worse doing the optimal build than if they had just played the build that's more fun that they want to go play. If I play Kyrian, if I go, you know, Resonating Arrow, or if I go Night Fae with Wild Spirits, I will play worse than if I go Venthyr. Because I just really enjoy the Venthyr playstyle. It really works for me. It has a low cooldown ability that I can just fire and keep it going and use the procs on kill shot. That's like how I love to play a character. Versus a big 1 minute, I guess it's 40 seconds, but 40-second, 2-minute cooldown, where I'm like, I have to line everything up correctly, and if I do, then sure, I'm doing 60 to 70k DPS whenever that cooldown comes up. It's just not for me. And I do think that we need to have a bigger discussion. I want you guys to talk about this in the comments down below. What do you think about playing the correct build versus playing the build that is correct for you? Which do you think it matters? Do you think that, because I think it really does. I think that if you play the build that is correct for you, you will do way more damage than if you play the build that is correct according to the meta. I think it makes a massive difference. And I think, like, a lot of people just overlook that because they're like, well, you have to play this and you have to play this because the internet told me so, because all the world first guys are doing it, whatever the case might be. That's why I actually really enjoy what Peter wrote here. Peter basically said to me in the comments on my last video that there are, like, correct-ish choices, but that there's actually lots of choices that work very, very well. And I think that, like, that's an important idea to get into the heads of players, especially players who are new, who are just coming into the game. They need to know that it's okay to play different things. I think Necrolord, again, might be a bit of a meme, but still on, like, a fortified week, your Necrolord stuff is going to absolutely slap. So I know I've been talking for a while on this, and I'm sorry this is taking so long, but this is such an important message that people need to understand. You should play whichever build you have fun playing. That's going to be the best build for you. You're going to do the most damage on that build because you're having the most fun playing it, period. I think that is ultimately true. So, having said that, I did play Venthyr once again. I did mix up my talents a bit. I kept double tap as to Peter's comments and other people's comments because I do think double tap is just incredible. It is kind of like Stormkeeper for Enhancement Shaman, for Ellie Shaman, sorry. It's like mandatory and it just does an insane amount of damage. I totally understand that. I did switch to calling the shots. I really wanted to try a Trueshot build where I'm getting Trueshot up as much as possible because, again, Volley is similar to the Kyrian Arrow or the Night Fae Wild Spirits, where it's an ability that I have to put down at the right moment, and I have to cast my abilities into the Volley at the right moment with the right number of guys that are up, or else I'm doing it wrong. So I kind of went to a more basic passive style, and I'm just going for the Trueshot cooldown as much as possible. And I think, like, oh, this is the wrong one. Our damage overall was actually really good. I almost did 7k overall. I forget how many true shots I fired. I did 24 true shots in this dungeon. So in a 32-minute dungeon. So again, that's about a 1.5. That's less than a minute and a half, actually, because a minute and a half would be 48 minutes on the dungeon. So this was like, I got true shot up at least every minute and like 15 seconds or so, which I think is really great and like pretty awesome. So anyway, this is my build. Let me get into it really quick. I did go Venthyr. I kept the wrist wraps of Unblinking Vig. I don't have 4-set yet, which Peter was saying this is kind of a bad legendary until you get 4-set. So, again, I will get 4-set eventually, and then my damage will be much higher. My item level is still really low. Venthyr, Unblinking Vigil. And then I switched it up and went Theatar because I think the T is really good. I got 3% agility, which is insane. And I think Soothing Shade is really good because Mastery is just really good for Marksman, right? You just do more damage as with Mastery. You just do way more damage. So when that shade dropped, my god, I was just absolutely slapping. So that's my build. Let's get into the video. Thank you for sitting through the long rant. I know that it's very ranty. I just want to make sure that you guys understand like how important it is to play the build that is like going to work best for you. If you don't do that, then genuinely you're going to hate playing the class, and then you're probably just going to go play something else. Because you can't play it the way you're supposed to play it. So instead, you just might as well go play something else, I guess. Which I think is just a very bad way of thinking about this game. Very, very bad for the health of this game. So this tank was kind of weird. He was sort of a scaredy cat, and he didn't want to pull all this stuff together, which you should normally do. But here's the opening pack here. Essentially, I have Trueshot. I think I pop it here, hopefully. There we go. Double tap into a big rapid fire. Then I've got the Kyrian Flayed Shot coming down. Or Kyrian. The Venthyr Flayed Shot is coming down. I was distracted trying to do Trank Shot, and I didn't get. There we go. I finally get my Venthyr thing down. I'm standing in crap. You gotta bear with me. I'm also getting auto attack because we had a lot of burst off the start. Multiple times in this dungeon, I don't press misdirect like many times, and that's totally my fault. And I'm just not used to having a class that can press misdirect. That's the honest truth. I'm used to Shaman where you just have to fend for yourself, man. You just got to get in there and burst and then keep yourself alive. So, anyway, not a super good opening look here, but that's okay. We move to the next pack. This was better for us, so I start off better. Trueshot into double tap. I do a multi-shot because I don't, and then I do a big rapid fire. So we're doing 14K. My flayed shot's out. Then I'm just doing multi-shot into aim shot, right? That's what I should be doing. Multi-shot into rapid fire, that kind of thing. I get a proc on my flayed shot, so my kill shot there. I get another proc on kill shot number 2. So we're doing 21K DPS here. This is what it should look like, right? I'm only in 245 item level. I should be in like 275, right? I have 30 eye levels to go. So, I mean, that's kind of insane. Now, we do a ton of damage, but this pole goes completely south. Everybody dies. And then I wanted to highlight how amazing Marksman Hunter is in these moments. I can misdirect here, or disengage into a binding shot. So those two guys are bound now. Now I only have to deal with one guy. So I get in here, I slow him down. You have concussive shot, which I didn't even fire here. I just kept jumping down the stairs. And then we take out this guy. I think the tank somehow got back up. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Everybody's coming behind us. We can just slowly pick off these last couple stragglers. And, like, the tools that Marksman Hunter has is absolutely insane. Binding shot, freezing trap, bursting shot to knock people back, disengage, concussive shot. Like, the tools are insane. You can jump away. You can burst people in front of you out of the way. You can get them out of sanguine if it was a sanguine week. You can do binding shot to hold all those guys in place, and then you just keep shooting them. And then you have concussive shot for the single target slow if you're just dealing with one guy. Just so many good tools, man. I don't know. It just is really, I was really impressed. So let's go to 11:30. We got some more big AoE. I'm going to skip over Hakar because it's kind of boring. But again, here's another big AoE thing. I need to press misdirect, and I'm so freaking bad at it. So please flame me in the comments for not pressing misdirect here because I need to. But again, you do have tools to get out. I press binding shot and I jump out of the way. So now those guys can't move anyway. This is like my shaman survival instincts coming in here, right? Where I'm just like, I have to just run away. I can't. There's nothing else I could possibly do. But I really should have pressed binding. I should have pressed misdirect. So we'll get there. Give me just give me a minute, okay? Just give me a minute. Here's another one, 1610. This is really cool. I press binding shot on these guys. These are the guys that explode. This is the like Mechagon wing. Those little guys, they're going to detonate the volatile capacitor. You just throw a binding shot on them, and boom, they can't go anywhere. Mechanic done, dealt with, all on your own. It's so good, man. Like, it's so crazy, the tools that Hunter has to deal with some of these mechanics. Now, we take out this guy. I got engineering, so I pop this. We jump across. I want to show you a couple more CCs here. We have freezing trap and bursting shot. The bursting shot is to knock somebody back. The freezing trap acts as an interrupt on these important casts here. So I don't have a stun because I don't have a pet, right? So instead I get to use stuff like the traps. Self-cleaning cycle. I forget what I do here. I think I trap one of them. There's my trap right there. Freezing trap stopped. Self-cleaning cycle. Really, really cool. Okay, that's awesome. I just love that. Then I have bursting shot ready to go. And I hit them right here in a second. I think it's on the next self-cleaning. I probably use it. Here it is, right here. Oh, he stunned him. There's the second self-cleaning there. Knocked him back. You see the knockback there? I knocked him into the wall. Stop the self-cleaning. So you can see, like, just some amazing tools here that Marksman Hunter has in particular. Bursting shot, binding shot, baseline. And then you get freezing trap like all hunters do. Just really solid. Like, I love it. I just love having those CC tools available to help. And then, of course, you can always disengage, concussive shot. Like, there's just so many ways to live, man. It's just crazy. Like, it's just insane. So, here's some burst damage. We're going to skip over this boss fight, too, because it's not really a big deal. This is the Mana Storms. Not a big deal. Let's go to 2430. I just want to show off some more of the AoE damage, because, again, this is kind of a proof of concept. I'm trying to see if I can do AoE damage as going Venthyr. Like, that's the real question, right? Because Kyrian and Night Fae are probably going to do more damage in AoE. But I've just been impressed. I think that it's actually good. So, resonating, or my flayed shot goes out. I don't press Trueshot here, which is such a big fail. I could have done so much more damage here if I pressed Trueshot right away. I'm so focused on my rotation because I'm bad at the class. But we're still doing almost 20k here, I think. We get up to 20k. I get a couple procs on my kill shot. Then I remember I'm an idiot, and I press Trueshot. I have Trueshot going. I need to get one of those things that puts Trueshot up here, like a tell me when, to tell me when I need to press it. Just big damage. 22k here. I'm running away. I'm not pressing misdirect because I'm a good hunter. I keep forgetting to press misdirect. Of course, my shade goes down, so I have big mastery. Standing in my shade right now. Big mastery. Up to 20k AoE there. So, just love it. Like, I'm so impressed with it. I think, imagine if I had 30 more eye levels and a weapon and, like, real trinkets. Like, I mean, it would be insane. Yeah, I don't know. It's just really, really good. So, we end up dying here because the tank does a bad pull. So, then we run back. More AoE. Really good. Again, once again, it's just simple. I love the simplicity of the Venthyr style. You put Flayed Shot out there, and then you just do your normal rotation. Anytime Kill Shot comes up, you press it. I don't have to worry about a circle. I don't have to worry about being a good hunter. I can be a bad hunter and play this build. You see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying here? I can do 16k as a bad hunter, right? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down here? Oh, man. Yeah, that's about it. I think the boss fights were all kind of like whatever. Just lots of good AoE here, though. I'll go down to Xy'exa. Oh, we're not done there yet. Here it is. So this fight got a little dicey. Again, I at some point, I try and help share the load, the electrocute load thing. I finally hit misdirect when it doesn't matter on a boss fight where it just is completely irrelevant, basically. Anyway, this fight is fine. I think the single target damage is helping because we're Venthyr, right? We get those kill shot procs. I got 2 kill shot procs in a row right there, so that's pretty cool. And again, when it does proc, it's free, I believe, right? Let me just go check that right now. Flayed Shot. Each time Flayed Shot deals damage, 15% chance, causing your next kill shot to be free, usable on any target, regardless of their health, and it does 25% more damage. So these like kill shots here that I'm getting are awesome because again, they're just free. Like I don't have to it's not spending any of my focus, which I can then spend on my aim shots. So really, really awesome there. I disengaged out of that, so I didn't take any fall damage. It was probably unnecessary. Now the lightning debuff starts ticking up pretty hard here, and I don't know how to deal with it. I look over, and now the Warlock has 15 stacks right here. You can see he's got 15 stacks. And I'm kind of just like, I don't know what to do with you. So I just run over and try to get close to him. And I think I took it away from him there. And now I'm sharing him with the Shaman. No, he's got 17. I gave it right back to him right there. So I tried to help him, but he was, I don't know, he couldn't be helped. Anyway, then the Shaman lusts. Wait, how long was lust off cooldown? Yeah, we didn't lust this entire time. I think the Shaman thought we were going to die, and I guess we did. But, like, that was really, really bad. Anyway, so I end up eventually just bleeding to death here with the lightning. I ran out of tools. I don't have Turtle. Turtle wouldn't help me anyway, because it's a dot. If a dot's already on you, you're just going to die. So a little frustrating there, and I'm starting to understand hunters who say that they don't have any survivability. I totally get it. Because I definitely just died there for, you know, no real reason, but like there was a reason, but I couldn't stop it from happening, which is annoying. So I just want to move to the intermission phase of Mueh'zala. Remember, you have to go to your own little portals. Here it is right here. So I was scared here, and I thought my damage would be a lot higher, and it ended up not being like super fast. But again, I just don't have a lot of gear, so I double tap into a big rapid fire, and I'm trying to do, you know, I've got all my cooldowns. I saved all my cooldowns for this moment, and my damage is just, it's okay, but I just thought it would be faster. So I got a little spooked here. I thought I was going to run out of time. Right about now, I'm thinking to myself, oh my god, am I going to get this in time? But you realize if you look over at the coalescing thing over here, I've got 20 seconds left. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's like almost 15 seconds, right? Like, so anyway, I got a little spooked, but we do end up killing him here, and this is the end right here. Wait, dude, die. Can you die, please? It is tyrannical. He just lasts forever. We get a lot of rating because I hadn't done DOS yet, so that was good to get that rating. So let's look at the over-under. Let's look at the damage. Let's get back to the gameplay. Look at the damage. Oh, I got to do this again. These cameras, dude, I don't know what's going on. I keep fixing them, but they don't get fixed. Okay. So let's look at this. 6.8 overall. Pretty good, actually, for my eye level, in my opinion. Could have been better. Of course, I could have done everything better. There's so many moments where I didn't press Trueshot. So I'll get better at that. I really want to keep trying this Trueshot build. I know Volley is good, but it's not good if I'm not going to use it very well. Do you understand that? It's not going to be as good if I don't use it very well at all, which I don't know. Like, I do actually want to ask one more question about you guys. For those of you guys who are marksman hunters, I need a detailed understanding of how to use volley, right? So if you put volley down, I'm assuming you want to do rapid fire first, or do you go like, because you can only fit in like 2 aim shots, or a rapid fire and an aim shot, maybe another aim shot. Like, do you go double aim shot, and then on the last tick of volley, right as it's fading, do you press rapid fire, and then that rapid fire gets like shotgunned, like you cheat the AoE on it? Do you see what I'm saying? Maybe that's the case. Like, I actually don't know, because it's only up for 6 seconds. So if you go aim shot, and then right before volley fades, you get your rapid fire off. Will that rapid fire bounce around? I'm assuming it will, right? Maybe that's the way to play it, and I just don't know. But let me know what you guys think about volley. I'd love to understand how exactly you're supposed to fit your abilities into volley, because I was always struggling. I would only get like 1 to 2 aim shots off or something, or just a rapid fire and an aim shot, and I would be like kind of bummed out, because it's like, man, obviously if you have Trueshot going plus volley, that's a different story. You can fit 4 or 5 abilities into that and do devastating amounts of damage. But I just wasn't sure. So anyway, that's it, guys. Our damage, I was happy with our damage. I'm happy with this build. I'm going to keep trying Venthyr. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. I do want this to be a conversation, because a lot of you guys have really great opinions about it, and I want to know what you think. So let me know what you think about Marksman Hunter. Let me know what you think about Venthyr Marksman Hunter. Is it good at all? I think it's actually pretty fun. What do you think about playing the build that is correct for you versus playing the build that everybody says is correct according to the meta? Because I think that's an important discussion that we got to have. So let me know what you think about that. Thanks for watching. Drop a like down below if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't already. There's a Patreon link down below if you want to support the future of this channel and what I'm doing here. I would really appreciate the Patreon support, so go check it out as well. Until the next one, guys, we'll see you later.